Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Stephanie and I'm so happy to be here sitting talking to the camera right now. It has been probably the longest break I've taken making videos since I started my channel, and it wasn't an intentional break or anything like that. I've just been extremely busy between wedding planning, going out of town, just keeping up with things. I feel like there has not been a day that we haven't had something to do during the day in so long. Like, there hasn't really been a great time for me to sit down and make a video, because by the time I'm sitting down, I'm like ready to unwind for the day. But today we are here, we're getting back in the swing of things, and I'm super happy to be talking about wax again. I have really missed talking to you all. So this video today is so long overdue. I can't even begin to tell you. This is all of the fantasy wax orders that I made this summer. So I took a little bit of a hiatus from buying from fantasy wax because I used to buy like a few things from every release, and that was like mainly my wax stash. Like, I had Rose Girls, Sassy Girl Aroma, Fantasy Wax, and L3, and like a couple things from Teddy Bees. And then over the last, like this past year, I've been really dipping my toes into other vendors, trying new things, and I had like a much larger fantasy wax stash compared to everything else. So I took a little break from buying, and now I don't know why I'm gonna get into my whole spreadsheet, but I started my spreadsheet. I finished like counting everything as far as actual numbers. There are still things I want to do regarding scent categories and scent notes and things that I want to keep track of, but I counted how many units, just items. I didn't take weight into consideration because for my stash personally, I have found that I buy more things in smaller quantities. So getting the number of items is really what affects my storage, and I'm more worried just about keeping my storage contained rather than being worried about not being able to melt through the actual weight of wax I have, because I'm not worried about that. I have a bigger amount of smaller things, so my concern is the actual space it's taking up. So I counted by unit because of that. I hope that that makes sense. It makes sense to me, but I don't know. So I finished, and I have 4 times the amount of L3 out of any other vendor. 4 times. All of my numbers for other vendors are so low, and then you get to L3 and it's literally 4 times the amount of any other vendor. It is a quarter of my collection. Yeah, it's a quarter of my collection. So this past week, I've been melting only L3, and obviously I built up my L3 stash because L3, I'm gonna say, was closing. I'm not sure what's going on with L3. They gave an announcement that in some regard, L3 Waxy Wonders, the company, will remain open. I don't know what that means. I think that as far as what I understand, the people who are running L3 right now are still not gonna be. That's like what I got from the post and whatever. So although, there may be the chance again to buy from L3, I'm not sure what's going to happen. I'm still kind of operating as if, we're not sure if we're gonna be able to get it again. However, I am completely done buying L3. I would say even if they can offer it, I am completely done buying L3 for probably at least until my next birthday, probably at least 6 months. If L3 is still selling product in 6 months, maybe I will order it for my birthday. I'm on the list still for customs. I'm number 217, I think. If they continue that list and if I get called up, I'll go ahead and do some customs, but I'm gonna keep it really small. But yeah, other than that, I'm not buying L3 till at least March. And I want to get my number to a certain number before I even think about it. So I'm done buying L3. I have I'm gonna call it the final L3 haul because it is gonna be my final L3 haul for a while. Basically, my point is I took a break from Fantasy Wax because that was the largest in my stash. Now L3 supersedes it, but Fantasy Wax still is my second most vendor of items. So after I get my L3 down to a certain point, I am going to do a Fantasy Wax kind of melting streak, the same way I'm melting a bunch of L3 right now. So I wanted to go ahead and haul all of these things that I got over the summer from, I think this has been 3 or 4 orders. One of them was the last pre-order, but it's from a multitude of different collections because I remember one of them was also from when she did the 20% off sale and I got a bunch of stuff from older collections. And so I wanted to go ahead and show all of these things. Just know that I will be talking about empties for these things sooner rather than later. These are definitely all fully cured and ready to go, and I'm gonna have a bunch of Fantasy Wax empties coming. So with all that being said, let me just get started. Let me go ahead and go through the things I got from the pre-order. So I got 3 loaves. The first one is blue sugar, salty sea air, and zucchini bread. This was one of the Cinderella scents that she had. I think it was Royal Ball. I fell in love with these notes. This is just so good. Blue sugar and zucchini bread mixed together make this deep, rich, musky bakery. It's almost like bakery with a hint of just, I don't know, depth, because it's not masculinity in the cologne sense. To me, blue sugar just adds depth, maybe a touch of earthiness. I know that there is technically like an anise and a cedar, like very like light technically note in blue sugar. I don't really pick that up, but with the salty sea air, which is such an atmospheric earthy note, it's really just, to me, smells like salty sea air, like you're at the beach and you smell the sea spray. Especially from Fantasy Wax, her salty sea air is fantastic. And it sounds like it would be crazy mixed with bakery, but there's something about these notes that just work together and make this beautiful, like slightly masculine, atmospheric, summery bakery without it being summery by way of a tropical fruit or a coconut. Just a really good scent. I think that for me, this is a year-round bedroom bathroom scent. Goes a little better in the open concept over the summer, but this is one that my fiance and I both really like and will get some great use out of. This next one is lemon pound cake, zucchini bread, and mallow fluff. Fantasy Wax has lemon pound cake as a core scent in their shop all the time, and her lemon pound cake is easily my favorite that I've smelled of any vendor. She just does it so well. The ratio of the cake and the lemon glaze and that cream cheese frosting that you smell with that, it's just a really great lemon pound cake, and it's good on cold, but it's even better on warm. And the zucchini bread just adds like a depth, a breadiness. Lemon pound cake. For me, the Fantasy Wax lemon pound cake doesn't lean too harsh, too lemony, too cleaner, anything like that. But adding the zucchini bread definitely ensures that that will not happen, like at all. And then mallow fluff just adds a little bit of a softer, gentle, fluffy sweetness to it. Really good lemon pound cake if you are looking for a good one. Highly recommend Fantasy Wax. And then last loaf is another go-to love scent. I've talked about this from multiple vendors, but the first time I ever had this scent was from Fantasy Wax, and this is strawberry white cake and zucchini bread. One of my favorite strawberry bakeries. She has the strawberry white cake that's a little bit more dry and cakey rather than like a rich strawberry jam strawberry white cake. And something about just blending these two notes together makes this perfect like cakey bread bakery with this light strawberry on the top. So good, so good. Cannot wait to chop this up. Let me just do the rest of my pre-order stuff. I got this 4-pack of cubes here in caramel cheesecake plus pumpkin pretzel latte. I actually requested this scent. These are 2 samples that I got from Fantasy Wax previously that I really liked, and I was thinking they would go well together. Yeah, this is really, really good. This is way better than when I first smelled it. I smell the caramel. And pumpkin pretzel latte is not a harsh coffee scent at all. It really, to me, smells like pumpkin pecan waffles with like a hint of a latte. The cheesecake doesn't smell sour or anything like that. And the pretzel just adds a little bit of saltiness. This is like a salty, sweet, pumpkin-y, just the ever so slightest hint of coffee. This is not a coffee dominant scent. And then this one is vanilla butterfudge pumpkin pecan waffles and espresso. This is the other one that I requested. I loved this scent. I don't remember what collection it came from, but I loved it. Yeah, this is so good. I can't even, oh my gosh, I'm gonna melt this soon. Oh, the espresso is just so smooth and rich without being skunky or harsh. The pumpkin pecan waffles and vanilla butter fudge are so buttery, gooey sweet together. This is just, the only thing that could improve this is if it had a little Palo Santo in it, I'm telling you. And the word on the street is that Fantasy Wax is going to be starting customs soon. So, moment of silence for that. That's all I have to say. All right, and then also from that pre-order, I got some of these XL snap bars, she calls them. This first one is blackberry jam butter cookies and vanilla pound cake. This was from one of her Harry Potter collections. Yeah, something about her blackberry jam butter cookies, it's the best one to me. It's so rich. You can smell that blackberry jam and it smells so real. It is not that blackberry that I don't like. It's dark, deep, rich. And then the butter cookie mixes with that pound cake and you get this like gooey bakery sweetness. You can't go wrong with that one. This one is caramel latte, pumpkin pecan waffles, and ice cream scoop bread. This was from another collection as well. I do not remember which one, but I love this too. This was also my request. This is the scent that made me fall in love with ice cream scoop bread. It really smells like a cookie dough ice cream kind of baked. And then the caramel latte, her caramel coffee scents, whether it be caramel coffee, caramel macchiato, caramel latte, they always are so good. And then pumpkin pecan waffles, just like I said, it just adds a butteriness, a richness to the scent. And this just smells like the richest, most delicious caramel coffee with this sweet baked bread. Love that. Okay, those are the only pre-order scents then, because these two are from collections. So this one was called Core Memory. This is warm vanilla sugar, shortbread cookies, and zucchini bread. Wanted to try this because the notes are very similar to Love Affair by L3. And at the time, I thought that Love Affair was never going to exist again, and hey, it still might not. But this actually smells so similarly to Love Affair. The way that the warm vanilla sugar blends with those shortbread cookies, it's just like this extra sugared Lorna Doone cookie with that deep base of zucchini bread. This is like a very deep sugared cookie bread scent. Really like it. Very similar, very similar to Love Affair, if you know Love Affair. And then this one is called Mort. This is Toasted Mallow, Salty Sea Air, and S'mores. A little summery, but nothing wrong with that. Yeah, this is really good. I just love her salty sea air. It's such a good one. I get the smoke from the toasted mallow, and then the s'mores, it just adds a sweetness. I don't get chocolate at all. I get more like graham cracker marshmallow, maybe just a slight hint of a depth that could be caused by chocolate, but this is so good. This is like literally like making s'mores at the beach. Stunning. Super stunning. I'm gonna have to melt that one while it's still a little bit warm, even though right now I am melting Mac Apple. My fiance is taking her mom to the airport right now, and she hates Mac Apple, and it's our biggest scent difference because I absolutely love it. And so when she's gone, I'm like, where's the Mac Apple? Same with like the lemon scents that she thinks smells like cleaner. They're going in. Okay, where do I want to go next? Let's talk about these small chunky bags here. This first one is called Duke and Daphne, Palo Santo, and Bear Claws. I forgot I got this. I remember when I smelled it the time that like the day that I got it, I was obsessed with it. Oh my God, yeah, that's amazing. Bear Claws is like a dry flaky pastry with a little bit of cinnamon sugar to me, kind of like fresh out of the oven. And then with the Palo Santo, that smokiness. To me, it smells like you're baking bear claws, but there's like kind of a little bit of like smoke coming in from a fire outside or something. I love that. And then this one is Dunder Mifflin, which is fresh bread, glazed donuts, vanilla bean Noel, and pretzel. This has gotten better with age for sure. The Fantasy Wax Melts Glazed Donut Oil is unmatched. It's my favorite glazed donut oil out of any vendor, and that is now the primary note in here. When I smelled it before, I mainly could only smell the pretzel. Now it's glazed donut heavy. This is glazed donut heavy with just like a little bit of saltiness and a little bit of dryness from the bread. I'm so excited about how this has changed with time, and I cannot wait to melt it now. All right, what to do next? I got 2 of these packs of clouds. This first one is Penelope, strawberry white cake and cream cheese frosting. I've never tried her strawberry white cake without zucchini bread. And I wanted to see if it still held up for me as a good strawberry scent. And on cold, so far it does. And this is with what? Cream cheese frosting? Yeah, this just smells like a heavily frosted, like with a deep cream cheese frosting. And a little, but as if the cream cheese frosting was a little bit like strawberry cream cheese frosting. Like if you made frosting out of the strawberry cream cheese. Which, by the way, why haven't I ever done that? Like the strawberry flavored cream cheese. That was a light bulb moment for me. I want to make something with strawberry cream cheese as a frosting. Yeah, that's what that smells like. It made me think of that. So I'm all good with it. And then this next pack of clouds was called Tina. This is berry waffle cone and powdered donuts. I love powdered donut scents. Berry waffle cone can go either way for me. I think that this one is going to be, yeah, this smells like almost like a mixed berry fruit snack, like that candied mixed berry. So I am probably going to send this one to a friend. I just don't prefer the berry scents like that, but objectively, this is good. It smells good. It smells strong. I just don't think I'm gonna like the way it melts in my house. That's that one. I got one of these big bunts that she does here. I love these. You get so much out of this big bunt. This is fresh baked bread, apple, cinnamon, and pretzel. And the scent is called Go Apple Picking. Why did I just say that? Apple picking? Wow, this is so good. I love her apple cinnamon oil. Fantasy Wax does fall and apple scents just like top tier. That apple cinnamon is coming off so sweet and sugary. There's a little bit of salt from the pretzel, but this just smells like a fresh baked apple bread. So good. So good. Even my apple hating fiance, I think, would like that one. And then another apple one here is Go to a Fair, which is apple fritters, salted caramel, and funnel cake. This was a wild card for me because as much as I like apple, period, and caramel, period, I do not usually like them blended together. But apple fritter to me is mainly this like fried dough scent with a hint of apple. So I was like, let's give her a shot. And I don't remember what my initial thoughts were, so let's see. Yeah, this is a good one. This is not the type of caramel apple that I don't like because, like I said, it really is a fried dough scent, and especially with the funnel cake, it really brings out the cinnamon, this hint of apple in the background, and a touch of a deep salted caramel. This works so well together. It just smells like a fall dessert. I'm so ready for that fall bakery, clearly. I have 3 snap bars. This first one is Sparkle of the Season, Blue Sugar, Vanilla Butterfudge, and Cupcakes at Tiffany's. Sounds incredible. I'm a Cupcakes at Tiffany's girl. I didn't realize that that was such a polarizing note. I think it's amazing. Oh, it's so good with the blue sugar. It's just sweet, 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 like toffee baked cupcake. And I really smell the vanilla butter fudge. And vanilla butter fudge is like you go to a fudge shop and they have that vanilla fudge and it is nothing to do with chocolate. And then the blue sugar just adds this like hint of a body care, a hint of kind of a depth. I just wish I could explain blue sugar in a better way. I just feel like you have to smell it. But mixed with those super sweet bakery notes, I'm loving that. I got this snap bar in House Across the Lake, which is musk, amber, and patchouli. This sounded like an amazing bedroom bathroom scent to me. Love musks, love ambers, love patchoulis. Yeah, this is so good. This is better than my first initial sniff too. There's something clean about this, but also earthy. And a little perfumey. I'm here for that. That's gonna be so good in a bedroom bathroom. And then I got this Home Before Dark, which is pumpkin donuts, maple bourbon, and pretzel. I kind of am feeling like I picked this up as a wild card because maple bourbon, I wasn't sure if it was gonna be too syrupy for me, and then pretzel sometimes like can be a little too dominant, especially from Fantasy Wax, but I don't know. Let's see. That's good. It is pretzel heavy. It is very pretzel heavy. But I also smell the pumpkin donut. It's not syrupy or anything like that. That's really good. The more that I smell it, the more I actually like it. It is mainly a pretzel scent, but there's definitely, you can smell that sweet donut and you get that rich, almost like as if you got maple fudge rather than this like authentic maple syrup. I like that. Looking forward to seeing how that one does on warm. This is called Nani, Sugar Cookie Royale, Pink Sugar, and Beach Nights type. This was when Fantasy Wax had just gotten Beach Nights, and I had gotten a Beach Nights blend to try to see how I felt about her Beach Nights because I am one who loves Beach Nights type and one who is not often a fan of house blend Beach Nights. Hers is that perfect dupe. It's amazing. I love this. This is pink sugar dominant. Pink sugar dominant by far. But the way that the pink sugar mixed with Sugar Cookie Royale, especially hers, because she has that crystallized sugar, crunchy sugar cookie. Mixing with the pink sugar, it is this like ultra sweet femininity, and then the Beach Nights type just gives it this like summeriness. Oh my gosh, when I'm just wanting something like extra girly and when I just want to feel like I don't know, I'm in Barbie's dream house. That's what I'm gonna melt. Super good. This one is Lady Whistledown, caramelized pralines, yellow cake, and cake batter. I do love a good praline scent, a good nutty scent, pecan, all of that. This is good. It's very buttery. It's very buttery. It almost smells like as if there could be some pretzel in there because the caramelized pralines is kind of a salty oil. The cake batter almost smells like a cake batter ice cream. Like it's very light. And it's ultra, ultra sweet from that yellow cake. I like this on cold. I think I'll probably love it on warm. It's a little bit hard. You have to focus really to smell beyond the caramelized pralines in this, but you can, and that's what makes me think that it will come alive on warm. This is Fear, Palo Santo, powdered donuts, and apple strudel. I had 2 of these and I already melted one. I can safely tell you that on warm it was amazing. It's not, don't expect a bakery scent even despite powdered donuts and apple strudel. This to me really smelled like a smoky apple, like incensey scent. I really, really enjoyed it, but it's definitely a bedroom bathroom vibe, but like a really good fall moment without it being overly bakery. This is Debut into Society, yellow cake, sugar cookies, and French baguette. Really good. This almost is giving very cakey. I like that. Yellow cake dominant for sure. French baguette has a salty note a little bit. But I definitely smell that yellow cake and fresh baked sugar cookie. It's very similar to this Lady Whistledown with the caramelized pralines, yellow cake, and cake batter, but without the nuttiness and like the depth of the caramel. I'm curious to like compare those as they melt. And last full-size item, and then we're on to samples, is Friends to Lovers, which is Boom Boom type sugar cookie dough and fresh bread. I don't have a whole lot of Boom Boom in my collection anymore. I've really melted a lot of it. So this will be nice to have. I really like how feminine and sweet this is. But the fresh bread just gives it something to stand on so that those notes don't get lost and it doesn't smell like just kind of a basic body care. Really like that. And now on to our samples. This first one is the sample that I got with the pre-order. She so generously gives shot cups as samples from her pre-order, and I get 4 pieces out of a shot cup, so that's extremely generous. This is maple bourbon, which is actually the note that I was unsure about in, which one was it? In the Home Before Dark. Ooh, this is so good on its own. Wow, it really does smell exactly like I was saying. Like a maple fudge from a fudge counter. Wow, that's really good. I'm gonna give that one a good chop soon. I got pieces on me. All right, and now our little samples here. This first one is Bonfire Bliss. Love that she does single oil samples. It gives me a chance to smell things outside of blends. That's really good. It is just like a really nice like barnwood with a little bit of smoke. I love it. I mean, Bonfire Bliss, is it a little basic? Yeah, a little. Like you could definitely blend like wood smoke and cedar and get something a little bit more like deep and rich, but this is nice for fall. This is a nice like fall bonfire versus maybe the other ones are more of a winter bonfire, if that makes sense. I like that. Looking forward to melting that one. This one is Currant and Oak Moss. This is definitely a bathroom scent. It's slightly floral, but it's clean and it's fresh. I like this. It's not really that it's floral, it's more outdoorsy, but like a clean, fresh, outdoorsy, almost as if there was like a grass note, a mossy note with a little bit of a kind of like body care. Like this smells like it could be a cologne, but not one that's overly masculine or aquatic. It's gentle, but it's good. I like that. I'm gonna throw that one in my bathroom and see how it does soon. This one is pumpkin and cream. This really smells like a pumpkin coffee creamer. It's super light. It just smells like a really milky pumpkin. This is definitely more of a blender type of scent. So I also have 2 of these so I could mixy, which might be fun to do with like one of these, like the pumpkin donuts maple bourbon pretzel would be nice to throw some like extra pumpkin and cream in there. Might have to be something that I do. And last but not least is Blueberry Pumpkin Patch. I have had this scent before and I absolutely love it. I said in one of my last videos, it's a great way to add this like hint of blueberry and hint of pumpkin, but you smell the earthiness of the pumpkin patch. It's almost like blueberry, pumpkin, and smoke. I absolutely love it. This is an underutilized oil. And I love Blueberry Pumpkin Patch. It's this earthy blueberry pumpkin. There's no bakery. It is delicious. Love, love, love. I'm hoping I can hop right on her customs list and make a blend with that because that would be amazing. That is everything that I ordered this summer from Fantasy Wax Melts. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Definitely give Fantasy Wax Melts shop a look if you haven't checked them out before. She has a smaller vendor, but her wax is amazing, amazing. Highly recommend. She deserves all the hype and popularity, so definitely check out her wax. It's very, very good, and I am looking forward to her upcoming pre-order that opens on Friday the 13th. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Let me know how your last couple of weeks has been since we haven't talked in 10 days. I would love to catch up. Subscribe if you like wax videos, and I will see you in my next one.